everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a 30-minute gentle rainy days yoga flow to rinse away dampness and stretch away stress. I don't know about you, but rainy days are my favorite type of days to practice yoga. It just sets the mood, it makes me feel good. It's just really all over a nice experience. Even though rainy days can be serene and peaceful, sometimes it can bring up joint pain, muscle pain, body pain in general. And also for some, it can bring a sense of gloom to the mood because of that lack of sunlight and just that dark energy that comes about when it gets rainy. So the idea behind today's class is to be gentle, loving, and nurturing as we move through these postures today. So without further ado, feel free to close your eyes or gaze at a point out in front of you and just sit up nice and tall, connecting with your breath or something about this present moment that brings you comfort or ease. And just set this intention here to be fully here for yourself. For this 30 minutes, we're here together today. Setting aside the time to be gentle and sweet with yourself. Take a full breath in and exhale with a sigh. Gently open your eyes. Please begin on your back. Bring your legs out straight and then reach your arms back behind you overhead. Maybe even hook your thumbs and extend your legs and arms away from each other. Full body stretch. Allow your rib cage to expand and contract with your breath. And then gently pull your right knee toward your chest. Interlace your fingers either around your shin, or if that's not available, you can grab your thigh. Take your knee outside your rib cage, high up toward your right shoulder, and then back to the midline of your body. Putting a little pressure in your leg with your hands and pushing back into your hands with your leg. Wind removing pose. Keep your left leg straight and long. Point your left toes and kneecap up. Hook your right toes behind your left knee. Take your left hand to your outer right thigh and guide your right leg over to the left for a twist. Your leg does not have to come all the way to the floor. Reach your right arm to the right and maybe even gaze to the right. Work on lengthening from your right hip and armpit away from each other. Slowly come back up. Grab your same right foot from the inside edge with your right arm, then take your hand over to the outer edge of your foot. Push your foot and hand into each other and just draw your right knee back toward the floor and in toward your ribs. Feel free to use both hands or just the one, or just take your left hand along your left thigh, pushing your left thigh down and away from you. Feel free to stay just like this, or turn your right hip out so your right foot points to the wall at your right, and maybe extend your right leg towards straight. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. Supta leg to side. Push foot into hand, hand into foot. Bend your right knee, bring your leg back to center, and lower your right leg straight along the floor. Reach your arms long back behind you, just like the beginning. Full body stretch. And pull your left knee towards you. Grab your shin or your thigh. Pull knee outside your rib cage, high up toward your shoulder, then back to the midline. Pushing hands into leg, leg into hands. Reach long through your right leg. Add the twist, hook your left toes behind your right knee, grab outer left thigh with your right hand, twist your left leg to the right, left arm to the left, maybe turn your head to the left. Lengthen from hip to armpit. Reclined lunge. Grab your left foot, arm inside your leg, foot outside your leg. Widen your left knee to the left. Squeeze your leg toward your rib cage. Maybe right hand to thigh, or take your right hand to your left foot as well. Reach through your right leg. Stay working here, or start to turn your left leg out. Maybe straighten your left leg, reach through both legs long. Take slow, deep breaths. Bend your knee, bring your leg back to center. Stretch your left leg straight, arms overhead. One more time. Reach. Then pull both knees toward your chest. Rock forward and back a few times on your spine, massaging your back muscles, helping to promote energy flow throughout your whole back and spine. Next time you come up, flip over, come into a downward dog. Feel free to bend your knees or straighten your legs. Be strong through your hands, especially your pointer finger knuckle. Maybe take your heels toward the floor. Even lift your upper arm bones away from the floor. Suck your armpits back. Feel free to be still, or you can bend and straighten one knee at a time. Walk your dog. Bring your feet together. Step your right foot outside your right hand for a low lunge. Take your left knee to the floor. Always feel free to use blocks under your arms or take your arms all the way to the floor. Otherwise, feel free to stay on your hands. Squeeze your right knee toward your outer shoulder and squeeze your left knee down and forward. Feel free to drop your head forward or keep your head lifted. Maybe even invite a little swinging side to side in your hips. Take your hands to the floor, lift your torso up, then walk your right foot to the front midline of your mat so you can surround your leg with your hands. Slide your left knee back a few inches to take your right toes up off the floor. Then pull your right leg back as you push your left knee forward and fold half leaping monkey, Ardha Hanumanasana. Forehead to or toward your knee. If you're able to, feel free to even take your forearms to the floor surrounding your leg, if that's available. Walk your hands back. Plant your right foot back into the floor. Point your toes straight ahead. Curl your back toes under to lift your back knee and hop your back foot in a step to take your back heel down with your toes pointing sharply forward to the left. Keep your hips square, right hip back, left hip forward, and fold heart first, head last, pyramid pose, Parshvottanasana. Feel free to walk your hands forward or backward, but push your hands down and forward as you round your spine. Walk your hands forward, downward dog. Take a deep breath, and then let it out with a sigh. Feet together, step your left foot outside your left hand, lower your right knee, low lunge. Again, stay up on hands or come down to forearms. Squeeze your left leg in, right knee down and forward. Feel free to drop your head forward. Maybe swing your hips side to side. Half leaping monkey, lift your torso. Slide your left foot to the front midline. Slide your right knee back if you need to. Lift your left toes and start to fold heart first, head last toward your leg. Again, feel free to take forearms to the floor or just keep hands on the floor. Keep squaring your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Lengthen your spine, plant your left foot to the floor, curl your back toes under, lift your knee, hop your foot in a step, turn your toes sharply forward and to the right, and fold, heart first, head last. Again, either hands forward or hands back. Round your spine, forehead toward your knee. Downward facing dog. Come all the way down onto your belly. Come onto Sphinx pose, forearms down, elbows to the floor, slightly in front of your shoulders, and your palms flat. Lift and lower your hips, and then push your hips down and forward as you push your toes down and back. And that'll help pull your skin toward your pubic bone as you lift up through your sternum. And then move your shoulders back, lift your chin, gaze slightly upward or at your nose while keeping your chin lifted. Slowly lower back down to the floor, rest for a few moments. Lift your head, bend your knees, reach back to grab your outer feet with your hands. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Walk your knees in a little bit. Kick your feet back as you push your hips down and forward. And let your shoulders receive a stretch as you kick back. You can either stay here, knees down, or push feet up, knees off the floor to deepen the pose, either being still or rocking back and forth, massaging your abdominal muscles, all the vessels in your abdominal area. Really great spot to focus if you're trying to clear some dampness. Great for digestion. And then slowly come down and rest another few moments. Come up to all fours for revolved child's pose. Bring your knees a little wider than your hips, your toes together. Reach your right arm all the way up and swing your right arm under your left arm. Take your shoulder and your ear to the floor. Feel free to stay like this or walk your left hand forward and to your right. Push your left hand down and forward. Pull your right hand down and back, squeezing your shoulder blades toward each other. Walk your left hand back. Reach your right arm all the way back, open. Lower your right hand to the floor. Lift your left arm all the way up. Swing your left arm under your right arm. Shoulder, ear down. Feel free to walk your right hand forward and to the left. Push through your right arm. Pull with your left arm and square your hips. Walk your right hand back. Reach your left arm all the way up. Lower your hand to the floor. Swing your legs out in front of you. And then take your right heel outside your left thigh. Lean to the left and take your left heel outside your right hip. Lift and lower your hips so you're even between your sitting bones. The first option for this twist is just to interlace fingers around your shin and then slide your hands to the right of your knee and twist a little to the right. Second stage is left elbow around your knee, clasp fingers by your right side and twist a little more to the right, lifting through your sternum, lifting your lower back in and up. Stage 3, right hand behind you, lift your left arm up on your inhale, and on your exhale, twist deeply, armpit outside your thigh. Point your palm forward, lift your lower back in and up, unround your upper back, and gaze toward the wall behind you. Look forward, untwist. Take your legs straight ahead, Dandasana. And then step your left foot outside your right thigh. Lean to your right, bend your left knee, right knee. And then lift and lower your hips. Take your hands around your left shin. Slide your hands to the left, twist a little. Maybe elbow around your knee, hook fingers, twist more. Or left arm behind you, right arm up, inhale. And exhale, twist, armpit outside your thigh, palm pointing forward. Lift your lower back, upper back, in and up, unrounding your spine. Gaze forward, untwist. Take your legs forward, Dandasana. Slide your bottom flesh back. Feel free for Paschimottanasana, west stretch forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees, grab your feet, or keeping your legs straight, ribs to thighs, fold all the way forward to your legs, actively pushing heels down and toward your hips, also down and apart. Flare your toes, tone your thighs, lift your kneecaps as you fold. Try to lengthen your spine more across your legs, reaching the top of your head toward your feet. Next inhale, slowly lift back up. Slide your hips forward a little bit. And then come all the way right behind your sitting bones. Even push your hands down and forward so your bottom flesh moves toward your heels. And then lower to your forearms. Couch pose variation. Push through your heels, your hips, your forearms. Lift your sternum. Pull your shoulders back, throat back, head back. Slowly lower your chest. Lift your head up and then slide down a little more so you can come all the way down onto your back. Bend both of your knees. Reach through your legs to grab outer feet for happy baby. Push feet and hands into each other. Gently rock side to side, massaging your back. Place your feet on the floor. You can either slide out for regular Savasana, straight legs, arms by your side, palms up, or Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide. You can lift and lower your hips. Let your knees fall open and rest here. A couple minutes. Take a full breath in and exhale, let it out with a sigh. Bring gentle movements back into your body. If you have your knees out to the sides, use your hands to lift them back up. Maybe do a couple of windshield wipers, let your knees go side to side. And then slowly roll to one side. Using your arms, press yourself back up. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.